Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance, the reader. It's time for a new vlog. This is my fourth attempt. My third attempt was just before this, trying to film an intro. It did not go well, and I don't know what is wrong with me, but I'm getting very hung up on that, so I need to move past it. Today is Thursday the 8th. It is me and Devin's anniversary, our 22nd year anniversary, so that's very exciting. I love my little baby prince. But we've had like a nice few days. On Tuesday, Process, our friend who moved back to Seattle, came into town. He and I hung out, and I was just like, hey, if you don't have a hotel yet, which he hadn't, stay with Devin and I. So he stayed with us Tuesday night and Wednesday night. And then today, being Thursday, he went up to Northern Virginia to go to MagFest, which was why I was here. So it was really nice to spend time with him. Process is just like, he's my #1 pho buddy, but he's also my biggest enabler for going to the bookshop and getting something sweet, a little sweet treat. So is Devin, but you know what I mean. Like someone who's not Devin, yes, they're totally fine with fueling my shopping habits, and that's okay because we always have fun. So I will talk about some of the stuff I bought when he was here, and I literally just got back in and bought a few things from Books A Million. But yeah, it's been a nice little reading situation, but I just haven't liked the way that any of these have started. So I feel like let's just do a fresh start. It's fine. So here we are. Now, I'm pretty sure in the vlog I'm editing right now, I talked about Far From Romance and Wimpy Demon King and Tsundere Hero. I thought both of these are really cute. Pretty sure I talked at length about these, so I just wanted to do like a refresher that I read these. And if for whatever reason I'm remembering that wrong, I liked both of these. Oh, they were pretty fun. But I started Royal Tailor Clothier to the Crown, Volume 1. I have started but haven't finished Volume 2. But this is really cute. I really like this. So I'll read the back for you guys. Beautiful clothes for magical creatures. Hana's lifelong dream is to become a tailor and make wonderful clothes for people of all different fantasy races. However, in a world where humans are discriminated against, even getting work as a seamstress is a struggle. When Hana gets recruited to work for the royal family and meets a handsome, mysterious elf, it seems like her fortunes might finally be changing for the better. This was very cute. As it said, Hana, this is our main female character, she is a human in a world that is predominantly monsters, magical beasts, non-human creatures, right? And the thing I like so much about Hana is that she's very self-aware of the fact that, you know, unfortunately, I like the way she put it. Basically, yeah, she's experiencing discrimination. She is. But she put it like, you know, look, yeah, hundreds of years ago, the humans like waged a war against magical beasts, magical creatures, whatever. And for humans, even though that was hundreds of years ago, we've moved on. Those people have died. They have, you don't remember any of that. It's not a part of your experience, right? But for the magical creatures, they have extended life periods. So for them, it's not necessarily that it seems like it happened just yesterday, but they were probably alive and experiencing that when it was happening. So I really appreciate the fact that Hana understands that, and she's just very sincere in her feelings of, you know what, look, I know that I'm going to experience this, but I'm going to just remain true to myself, keep doing what I'm going to do, be there, be fair, and hopefully I will change people's hearts. Now, obviously in the real world, no one should be having to experience discrimination like that, because like, what the fuck? She can't help the fact that she happens to be human. Much like all the other things that happen where people are bigoted and racist or whatever. Why are you being this way? But in this story, being genuine and sincere is enough to change people's hearts. If only that was the real world. But I think it's really, really cute. Like I said, I appreciate the fact that she's so sincere about that. And she really means it, dude. When she gets to know someone, she is inspired to make something specially for them. And the perfect example is the first story we encounter, which is the handsome elf actually turns out to be an elfin princess. And within the world they live in, for elven princesses, you know, you are supposed to look a certain way. You're supposed to have your long flowing hair, beautiful gowns, you know what I mean? But that's not who she is. She prefers a more masculine look. She doesn't want to wear dresses. She doesn't want long flowing hair. So when Hana finds out, oh, these two people I met separately are actually the same person, and she's like, oh my God, well, why don't you just dress the way that makes you the happiest and makes you feel the most you? Lady Emmeline, the elf princess, she's like, well, you know, I'm just going to continue what I'm doing because this is just how things are. And Hana is like, I don't accept that. So she decides to give Lady Emmeline the best of both of her sides of herself, right? So the very masculine elegance of a well-tailored suit to her, but still has the flashiness that they're expecting from a person of an elf race, I guess you could say, but still allowing her to be true to herself. And that's not the start of people's hearts and minds changing, but that's like a big stepping stone, because that in turn makes it so Lady Emmeline, who is not somebody who discriminates against humans, is like, you know, I'm going to pass legislation. You see what I'm saying? If only that shit was real. If only shit was real. We're just going to pass legislation so people can't be discriminated against humans. And that is obviously like a reoccurring theme in this, but also in the second one, which I haven't finished yet. But I just really appreciate that. I think it's a really sweet, little nice palate cleanser story. Hopefully, you know, knock on wood, nothing gets too crazy, but it's almost like low stakes, so pretty easy. You know, you are just kind of following Hannah, make these new friends, do what she loves, change people, you know, change people's perceptions of humans, and then maybe we live in harmony. Girl, if only. Now, we're going to skip to what I bought really quick. So what I bought when I was out with Process, because nothing that I was looking for that was manga was available. I finally got this. I got Heated Rivalry physically. Now, I think I mentioned that I wanted to listen to this because it was on my Hoopla app. No, absolutely not. So I did request Heated Rivalry audiobook on Hoopla app. I did not make it halfway through the chapter. I hate the narrator personally. It's just not for me. I don't like his voice, and I was not willing to sit through the possibility of him also doing a Russian accent. For some reason, it is so hard for me to like anybody who does a Russian accent when they're not Russian, right? I still am going to watch the show because I've seen clips, and no, Hudson is the other guy. Hudson is Shane, right? I don't know what the guy's name is who is Ilya. I don't know his real name, but I've heard clips of him, and honestly, I like it. I do like what I'm hearing. I'm probably not going to like all of it. This is nothing against people with a Russian accent. I just like, you can tell when someone isn't Russian. You know what I'm saying? As someone who's not Russian. But that's not the point. I'm going to give it a try. I think I will like it. I'm ready for Heated Rivalry, girl, but I'm very, very excited to physically own it. So here we are. She's in my possession. I had gone to Barnes & Noble when I was doing the last vlog that's being edited right now that you will see obviously before this, but girl, that also was all over the place. I don't know what was going on with me, but I also went there and I wanted to talk about it. I looked back at the video, I didn't like it. So now we're talking about it now. And that is 2 books that I did get. All of that to say, I did get 2 things at Barnes & Noble. The first one is The Nightmare Before Christmas, a Royals and Romance novel by Sarah Rosh. This is the same author as The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. I think that the sequel to that one comes out closer to the summer of this year. So, you know, I just really loved the way she wrote, dude. And I'm really hoping that this gives what that gave. Like, really, really, really great chemistry. I want that. I love the chemistry between the 2 main characters, Seb and Theo, in The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. So I'm hoping we get the same thing. I will read the back of this for y'all too. Get ready for the sexy, quirky rom-com where the golden-haired prince of Christmas falls for the totally off-limits prince of Halloween. Nicholas Cole Claus used to love Christmas until his father, the reigning Santa, turned the holiday into a PR facade. Cole will do anything to escape the spectacle, including getting tangled in a drunken, supremely hot makeout session with a beautiful man behind a seedy bar one night. And that right there, making out, one of the sexiest things you can do, especially if it's going really well. And I feel like I'm not seeing that very often in some of these romances that I'm reading. in a way that's also written in a way that I really like. You know what I'm saying? So Sarah Rosh knows what she's doing. So I'm hoping we get the same thing here. Anyway, but the heir to Christmas is soon commanded to do his duty. He will marry his best friend, Iris, the Easter princess, and his brother's not-so-secret crush. A situation that has disaster written all over it. Things go from bad to worse when a rival arrives to challenge Cole for the princess's hand, and Cole comes face to face with his mysterious behind-the-bar hottie, Hex, the Prince of Halloween. It's a fake competition between two holiday princes who can't keep their hands off each other over a marriage of convenience that no one wants. And it all leads to one of the sweetest, sexiest, messiest, most delightfully unforgettable love stories of the year. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting into it. I'm really excited. Can't wait to read that. If you've read that, let me know. And next, one I'm also excited for is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. So Devin is currently listening to these. And I've heard a snippet of the way it sounds, and I don't think that it's for me. I don't think that the narrator sounds bad. I just don't know that I could handle that. We'll see. I'm going to physically read the first book, and if I like it, I might test out the second one as an audiobook. We'll see. But Devin is reading all of these. He's really enjoying it. So I figured, you know what? Let me get into it too. Read some things that Devin likes. I do that sometimes. And let's talk about the things I'm I'll get into it. And as you can see, I bought regular books. And I bought another regular book. And that is The Swan's Daughter, A Possibly Doomed Love Story by Roshani Chokshi. So I've read one series, but like 3 books by this author. And that was The Gilded Wolves, which I don't know why I'm pointing it like you can see, but it is right there. I really, really, really liked that trilogy. I enjoyed it as an audiobook. Of course, I had to buy it physically. And, you know, realistically, this is probably going to show up on my Hoopla app as an audiobook, but it's fine. Like I said, I wanted to get into reading physical books that are regular novels again, and I think I'll be a little bit better moving forward about maybe like getting rid of some of my regular books, but like I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that, so we'll see. But I'm going to read more stuff like this anyway. So let's get into it. Let's get into her. I like this. So yes, based off the cover, very pretty. She's gorgeous. So I figured I'd get her. But let's talk about the manga now. Because, yeah, some new releases, some not. So a new release that I got was Makina-san's A Love Bot Volume 2. I literally had just pulled Volume 1 out here to read and just hadn't gotten around to it. So perfect. Now I can read the second volume along with it. Didn't know this had come out. This came out on the 6th, and that was Pink Candy Kiss Volume 4. I have no idea how much longer we have in this, because I haven't read Volume 3 yet. Oh, bitch. There you have it. I got the next 2 volumes in Spring, Storm, and Monster. So I got Volumes 3 and Volume 4. I'm very excited about this. I need to pick up the first 2 volumes, but like based off the covers, I was like, it's just so cool looking. I don't know what it's about. I don't remember what the synopsis is. Sorry. But I don't really care. I never really do. But I guess I just feel like I should say that. And when I say I don't care, I don't mean when I say sorry. I mean like, I don't care that I typically don't read the back before I buy. It doesn't matter to me. Just at the registry. But then I also got 4 and 5 of Taemin's B-side. So the only one I don't have in between the other 2 I have is 3 because it wasn't there. But I've been wanting to read this. I think I got the first 2 volumes used and now it has an anime. So I figured, you know what, let's get into that as well. Let's just keep adding stuff. Why not? That's the fun, crazy thing, right? Yeah. Anyway, so great news though. As you can hear, I'm swirling something. Right, wait to brew la la. Oh yeah, we got our brew la la, everybody. This is my Dr. Drama. And my bucket of Frosty Fizz, girl. Yeah. Delicioso. It wasn't even on the menu anymore. And she was like, you know what? I got you. I'm going to make it. That's why y'all rock. That's why y'all are awesome. But yeah, so I feel like this intro went a lot better than every single one that came before it. We're going to jump right into reading. I'm really excited. I also... Oh, she's good! my Christmas tree. I'm doing a good job though. I've only got the bottom part of the tree to take upstairs because I'm doing things a little bit differently now. I'm not bringing all the boxes down here. I'm just taking everything upstairs and putting it away up there because that's where all the boxes are. So we're good. We're productive. Okay. Had fun with process. Devin is coming home later today. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's our anniversary. So that's cool. It's a beautiful day outside, which is like kind of annoying because it like feels like it's late spring and not winter, but whatever. Global warming, all of these fucking things going on. I'm sorry, Earth, you don't deserve this. You really, really don't. None of us do. And then, yeah, I just said I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood and everything's going to be okay. Anything that's stressing me out, I'm making myself be stressed out about. So I need to just let it go, read and make me happy. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. So I will see you guys a little bit later, hopefully not too long later. We're going to read. We're going to pick up, what's that over here? We're going to pick up the second volume of the Royal Clothier. And hopefully I can read all 5 volumes. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to start off with something that I can start and finish quickly. Even though I know I have a bunch of stuff on my TBR that's like much longer than that, like Tokyo Ghoul. We're just going to see where the mood takes us, okay? Maybe I'll pick that up. No promises, though. But yeah, that's what we're going to get into. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right, actually, we're here a little bit early. Sorry, I haven't read, but I got my We Are Anime Collectors Nana figure in the mail. I'm going to put a picture up because obviously it's still in the box. Dude, so this is my first purchase from We Are Anime Collectors. Obviously, I've purchased quite a few figures in my day, but I've never had to like do the whole thing of like paying for shipping and then you're waiting and you like pre-ordered like a year ago or something for something this big, right? I think I've done that for like something like Crunchyroll and something small like Ami Ami, but not this thing. And I was getting so excited because I started to see more and more people get theirs, especially that guy. I don't remember his name, but he's from New York City. Dude, I watched him do his unboxing and like put it together. He didn't do like a whole like setup thing, which I kind of want to do. Like I want to do that, guys. I want to do that for you guys because Devin does that on his Twitch channel. So when he gets a new figure, typically he will actually film himself putting it together. And I really want to do that for you guys because I just think it would be really cool. So I'm excited. The story about the guy from New York City was really excited. Was really excited to see his unboxing. He didn't show us the process of putting it together, which is totally fine. I think he said it took him about 30 minutes. So I think we should be okay. I'm going to try really hard not to make Devin just do it. It's very tempting. It's very tempting. I'm always tempted to just let Devin take over and just do it because I'm lazy. Clearly, that's really the point. So yeah. Baby, so excited. So yes, that will be put together at some point, but I also got my Honsama box, so let's unbox that really quick and see what I got in Honsama. All right, so as we usually have, typical box. I did not do any add-ons this time, but I'm gonna look on there for next time because there's usually like something I want to add on that I'm not finding in my store. So we got our 3 stickers. I do want to pick a few of these to put on something because I know I'm just collecting them. They're very cute. We won't look at the card. We're just going to open. I just love their, oh, that's right. I got a bookmark. So cute. So absolutely cute. She's just a real cutie and I love a bookmark. Now, granted, I don't do special bookmarks, but whenever my, you know, they have the ones cut out in the front. I'm like, can I take some of these? And they're like, oh yeah. Full hand stack. But let me tell you something. They all get used, and then sometimes I'm like, where the fuck did they go? And it's because I left them in the volume that I was reading and put it away. Annoying. But anyway, their packaging is very cute. They've really like leveled up their boxes and stuff, especially after they found like their mascot. Very cute. Wrapped up very cutely as usual. Where's the baby on? All right. Well, there you have it. We have a ninja and an assassin under one roof. Very cute. Oh, it's an anime. That's cool. So it's on Crunchyroll. The deadliest slice of life you'll ever read. Satoko, a runaway ninja with 0 street smarts, just wanted a quiet escape from her secretive village. Instead, she ends up crashing at the apartment of Konoha, a high school girl who moonlights as a lethal assassin. What starts as an awkward roommate situation quickly spirals into a chaotic blend of dodging deadly pursuers, navigating high school drama, and figuring out who's supposed to do the dishes. With razor-sharp comedy and non-stop hijinks, this odd couple is anything but ordinary. Cute. I got even a replica can fall in love. All right. When she doesn't feel well, when there's a test, when she doesn't want to go to school, I take her place. I'm Sunao Aikawa's replica, and I exist solely for her sake. Or at least that's how it was until he came into my life. Now I wear my hair up so he can tell us apart. And we make promises for tomorrow I may not have. Everything about me might be borrowed, but my heart is mine alone. Oh, that sounds really, really cute, but also possibly going to break my fucking heart, depending on which way it goes. Oh, this might be really interesting. Oh yeah, absolutely. This one I'm really excited about, and it is Divine Incursions. Yeah. Strange and terrible gods shake this world. They try to put it back in order. A village where titanic body parts fall from the sky, a small morgue that finds that every corpse it takes in arrives hollow, with all internal organs missing. A seaside town where the people dream of immortality and smile when they die. All in a day's work for Katagishi and his junior, Mayaki, investigators from the Divine Incursions Special Investigators Division. Can they get to the bottom of all these mysteries, or will the divine forever remain beyond all understanding? Yes, that looks cute. And the light novel that, if I would have asked for a light novel, would have been My Quiet Blacksmith Life in Another World. Fantasy isekai slice of life, crafting over combat. Unlike many isekai stories, the focus is on blacksmithing in daily life. Ooh, cool. That's really adorable. I like it. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good situation. I think, see, the thing with Honsama, I've never disliked anything I've gotten. I don't think. I think I've liked every single thing in some way. Some are, I don't want to say better as if they suck or anything, but you know what I mean? Some are better to me than others. So I want to continue on with the story. Of the 3, I feel very confident that Divine Incursions will be one I want to continue reading. Next would be Even a Replica Can Fall in Love. I don't know that I would follow all of A Ninja and the Assassin Under One Roof, but maybe I'll watch it instead because, you know what I'm saying? Like this could end up being long, and I don't need to be minded anymore. But yes, there you have it. Very exciting. Yeah. So we're gonna get back into reading. So I apologize. I will see you guys again in a second. But I did say to Devin, like, oh, we can play a game tonight, like a video game. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind because I really do want to read you guys. But it's very clear Devin wants to hang out with me. I know that today is our anniversary, but I'd wanted to do something yesterday. But obviously plans changed a lot because I didn't realize that process would be here so quickly. But it is what it is. So I'm excited to see my little baby. We'll see what happens. And we'll read. You know, it would be a good idea if I just went ahead and read these. That would be smart of me, actually. I think there's another thing I haven't read from Honsama. Oh, God. See, I'm behind. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. I'll see you guys in a second. All right. Finished this. This is so good. I feel like I'm really going to like this. It's 5 volumes. I'm not exactly halfway done, but I'm closer. I'm closer to being there than I was before. And this is just so cute. I love this story. In this one, Hana helps a mermaid who is cursed. Beautiful story of love. Then she helps the king, and he asks her, because the mermaid that she saved or helped or whatever is one of his wives. So she isn't asked, girl, get it together. She isn't asked, hey, I feel like something's wrong with some of my wives. I don't know quite what it is. And you have clearly talent for, figuring people out, because she really helped the mermaid. It was just so sweet. So can you spy for me. I don't know if that's going to come into more play the further we go, because it kind of ended in a way I was like, is this really actually about the kids? I don't know. But anyway, we end up finding out that like one of the wives, she can detect lies. She gives Hana something that will help her see through the doll, because the other wives will know that that the other wife is using her powers on them, so they wouldn't know if they're being completely honest. So she's like, okay, take this little doll and you can do the spying, just don't let it get stolen from you. What ends up happening is that woman's kids, and then I found out that it's this woman. Big old city lady. Yeah, girl. We like to see it. We find out that it's that her 2 twin children are stalking Hana to steal this little, like, it's actually like a stuffed animal, I guess. It looks like a little real hamster. It could actually be a real hamster. I don't know. But they have been using that as their, like, comfort. The advantage, obviously, for their mother is that she can see through it. So it gives them comfort. It gives her comfort. This is all like a test, because Hana doesn't let them steal the thing. She gives it to them instead. And then she wonders, like, hey, do you guys want to dress differently because they're twins? And she, again, has this beautiful moment of really discovering the, inner thoughts and feelings and stuff of these kids now. Beautiful. And then the last story, girl, I was this close to crying. I really almost cried. Was about a beast man who wants to be there for Hana, because he's insisting that they're more alike, even though beast men exist, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is I know that this is really a spoiler, because like it was like a twist. So if you don't want to know, click on no flashing hands next time. What we end up finding out is that beast man is really actually a wereman. And we got like a little flashback of him from when he was younger. I think him and all of his family were were people, and they were living amongst beast people because it just made the most sense. But because they're half human, obviously, we're living in a world where humans are, you know what I'm saying? They're not, but you know what I'm saying? And he has never revealed, because he and his family were like ousted by the Beastman community. He's never revealed that he's a Beastman, so he never takes on his human form unless it's on the full moon, which is interesting that it's flipped. You know what I mean? So apparently he stays as a wolf man the entire time, and then blah, blah, blah. Then it's revealed he's really a wereman. Everybody's super accepting of him. I don't think that this will result in a love story, but of all the people we've met, I sincerely hope that the Beast Man is the one that she would end up with, because I loved them. And he was so fucking cute and fine as hell when he was the Beast Man. Okay, he came in looking a little frumpy, but you know what? Surprisingly, still hot. Let's go through. We can see it. Because I like somebody with glasses, as we know. I mean, Devin wears glasses exclusively. He's never worn contacts. So this is him looking like just like a beast man. Then they help him, give him a haircut. You know what they're going to do. They're going to give him clothes. Bam. That's a fine ass wolf man. Am I right? I'm not into that, but like, it's okay. It's okay to think. It's okay, man, huh? It's okay. And then, now he needs to eat a little bit more. But this is him, so adorable. This is him as a human. But damn, girl, you see the clavicle? I'm looking like the cast of Wicked. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, because you don't have to see that. You don't see that shit protruding. So hopefully, as a human, he starts to eat, actually, because you can't be looking like that, girl. You got to put some meat on your bones. That's what I got to say. But so lovely. Absolutely amazing. I enjoyed it. So this is very cute, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to move on to the third volume. I'm having a feeling that we're not going to be talking for the rest of the night, because Devin is on his way home. Who knows what we're going to get into tonight? It's our anniversary night. But I want to try to read one more thing, and then I need to pick up Dead and Gondola, because that ended up being my choice for the book club with my mom, my sister, and my cousin. So I want to get a little bit more reading done for that one. And I would also like to do the same thing for Deadline. Like, it's been so fun getting into I know I gushed about this last year, reading Feed was like very important to me. It was such a fun ride to read it again. And now rereading the second book, also fun. It's just so good. Please, if you take one recommendation away from like all of the jabbering and yapping I do, read Mira Grant's News Flash series. The first book is Feed. So freaking good. I could not recommend it more. I'm being serious. It's so good. Anyway, we're going to get into all of that stuff. We're going to continue reading Her, but volume 3. And who knows, maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. But we're starting off really good. I'm excited. Okay, everybody, we're back to our regularly scheduled crying in the video. I just finished Lovers on the Last Train. This was so cute. I'm crying just because it was so sweet in the end. It was very, very sweet. I liked this. I liked this a lot. Basically, it's like we meet our two main characters, but then we see the flashback of how their relationship developed, and I thought it was really, really beautiful. You have Haruhi. Well, first let me start off. Both of these men are like in their 40s or over 40. So Haruhi, he is working at a company that does ads, I think. I don't really know. It's hard. It's hard for me to know. But he's like overworked, single, kind of just living his life with a bunch of younger people in his office. So he's kind of grouchy. But they had worked on an app for a company where basically if you matched with someone and you happened to like cross paths with them in public, it would ding. And then you would be like, oh my God, it was like your perfect meet cute. And Haruhi had matched or liked the profile of someone, and he never like heard anything back from them. I've never used a dating app before, so I don't really know exactly how those work. But yeah, I guess when he liked him, I can't remember if. Anyway, when he liked him, he didn't get any type of response from that. But he decides to stay out a little bit later after a little like company dinner. It's really just him and his two other coworkers. But he decides to go out for another drink, and then when he gets to this bar, his phone dings, and it is Fujishima, the guy whose profile he liked, and that is their little meet cute, and it is so adorable. They end up going to a love hotel together, but nothing happens. But like them talking and that whole night was like literally the instant that Fujishima knew like I'm in love with him. It was just like, it's just so beautiful to read something about two people in love and like cutely fumbling, certain things and the things that you say. It was just such a beautiful little story about them, like, they're always like kind of crossing paths and things aren't always working out, but it's still like so genuine and pure. It was just so sweet. And in the end, so, okay, actually, let me not go too far, but basically, so Haruhi has kind of like, when we say the flashback in the beginning, it seems like he's just like, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. It is what it is. Fujishima, I think he has always been hoping that he can find someone. He has had relationships with other men, but he had a year of like a lot of losses, his mother, his cat, and he's kind of just, I guess, drifting, putting a smile on his face like nothing's wrong, but he's very lonely. And we do see these people who come in and out of his life who he has possibly had a relationship with, who are like, come on, just use me. Because, Fujishima is very handsome, and that's like the thing. Haruhi feels very self-conscious because of how good-looking Fujishima is, but Fujishima sees all of the cute adorableness of Haruhi. So yeah, so this other guy who he had a little sad little situationship with, his Ames, is like, come on, just be with me, let me distract you. And he's like, no, I'm good. And then that dude is like, oh, he's probably in love, you fucker. And like through some missteps and stuff, they get together, and the story is so sweet. And the thing that made me cry was because one of the things that Fujishima loses is his cat. And of course they eventually move in together, and it's like, this is the thing that made me cry. And also the bottom thank you, it says, thank you so much for picking up this book. Every day I pray that marriage for same-sex couples in Japan is one day closer to being legalized. And that was just very sweet. I'm sorry. I'm so emotional. But I really loved this. I thought that this was really, really cute. So if you want like a very sweet love story, I think you would like Lovers on the Last Train, because this was so cute. Okay, enough. I promise I won't do that again. Okay, what else have I read so far? I Got Married to the Girl I Hate Most in Class, Volume 4. This was a very, very funny. This series continues to be funny to me, and I really, really enjoy it. The only thing I don't like is the cousin. So Akane and Saito are the main characters, but then you have these like side characters. So Himari is Akane's best friend, but she has a crush on Saito. So here's like a little diagram that they have in there, which I think is very cute. And then you have Shisui, his cousin. You see how it says crushing on? You might as well put crushing on going this way as well, because the dynamic between them is very unnecessary, in my opinion. And that's my biggest like dislike about the series. I hate whatever they're making her do. And then specifically in this volume, I did not like it. So anyway, within like volume 3, moving into volume 4, Himari still has this really big crush on Saito. Obviously, feelings are developing slowly between Akane and Saito. They're legally married, but they obviously like don't have to love each other if they don't want to. But like it's clearly slowly growing. I like the dynamic of their relationship because Saito has like what we see for a flashback for him is he's always been somebody who is very, very smart. He has a photographic memory too. So when the 3 girls and him are playing a game that he was always really good at playing, but at the same time, every time he played this with other kids, like they would not want to play with him anymore because he would always win. So he's really used to kind of being, he's always used to being made to feel like, I don't want to say a freak, but I feel like that's like the words that he would use. For winning all the time, and it's just not fun if you play with Saito. So when he beats Akane and she's like, ugh, he's like, you know what, let me dip, give her some space, because he's like, I did it again, I should have let her win because I don't want her to not like me. And then she comes running after him and she's like, hey, don't think you can get away, and I'm gonna beat you. And it's little moments like that makes him really love her, and like has his feelings growing, because she's so different. She's not like any of the other people that, like, basically she took that as a challenge, not as a way to just kind of be like, okay, well, you won, so that's it, like, get away. So I really, really, really like how their relationship is growing and evolving. It is kind of frustrating when they have a miscommunication, but 2 young people who initially didn't want to be in the situation, were already kind of like rivals in school, of course are not going to communicate very well. But this one was like especially sweet. He gets her something. It means so much to her, seeing her so happy, so like beautiful to him. She sees these little ways that he does things for her, and it's very meaningful to her. She's trying very hard to like rein in her jealousy of her best friend liking her legally her husband. Like, that's just so ridiculous. But all of those good things, but it's the dynamic with the cousin that I don't like, especially because from what I understand, the cousin is either a year younger than them or she is in their grade. But of course she looks like she's 3 years younger than them. Why do we have to do that? There are these things that happen that are like, why does she have to be drawn in such a suggestive way of like, oh, I'm trying to be like sexy or like tease you? Stop. I don't like that. And then we find out that Shisui's mom, so Saito's aunt, has always wanted Saito and Shisui to be married. Okay, look, I try not to be judgmental. I'm very against cousins being together. First cousins, they seem like first cousins. Second cousins, well, we can't find anybody else. I don't know. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but like, that's the one thing I'm like, marrying cousins. I don't know. I'm not from that. That's not from the time that makes sense. So, yeah, I wish that they would stop that, because it doesn't add anything to the story. like, I can accept the fact if it's like, oh, like my younger cousin has a crush on me. I don't think that that's, well, personally, I think that that's weird, but you know what I mean? Like, I think we've all seen or read something that kind of had something like that. And I think you understand that little kids don't understand like the dynamic. So if they develop like a crush, I wouldn't even call it a crush, but you know what I mean, on an older cousin, it's like, I don't get it. I can't relate to it. But I mean, I can use my imagination, I guess. I don't know. I can say that I can say that happened. But and that's the thing. If you wanted to keep in the fact that like she always has a crush on her older cousin, fine. But it's the other stuff. I don't even want to show a picture of it because it's not even like it's explicit. It's just like, oh, why are we doing that? I just don't like it. I think maybe because her body is so different than theirs. Akane and Himari, obviously, they're taller, they have larger breasts, you know, they have hit puberty. Shisui hasn't. So she has the body of a child. And it's like, oh, so why are we seeing like upskirt shots or down the shirt? You know, I don't like that. So I wish that they would not do that moving forward because, again, it doesn't add anything to the story at all. Actually, I think it detracts from it and it takes me out of the story. So all like the funny stuff that's happening, I see that and I'm like, ugh, why is this here? Ugh. So that's my only like, well, I'm sure I have other critiques. I can't remember everything that happened in the first volume, but that's my main critique. Just know that going in that like, while this is like super funny, I mean, some of the expressions are so funny, dude. This one's funny. Himari makes a bento for Saito. He's like, I don't really want it. She made him like raw meat. It ends up tasting good, but he's like really apprehensive, and then she forces him to eat it. But then of course Akane gets jealous, and then she's like, yeah, why don't you eat it? She shoves more in his mouth. But then Himari is like such a sweet friend. Like she really, really loves Akane, and she's like one of the nicest people. So she doesn't pick up on the fact that Akane is jealous, and she's like, oh, did you want me to feed you? I won't leave you out. And then all of the guys and other people are like, oh my goodness. So it's so adorable. And then when they all have a study session together and she doesn't remember anything, like stuff like this is so funny. So why do we have to have this stuff with Shisui? You know what I'm saying? So let's get rid of that. So if you want something that's funny and a cute little romance, I would recommend this, but just know going in that there's like a weird thing going on with the cousin. Ugh, but it's fine. And then we read Phantom Busters Volume 2. This one was so good. This is another one that is so freaking funny. I can't wait to see this get an anime because I know that this is going to be like in people's top. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so good. I love all of our characters. The art is so cool. Like, it's so funny, like the stuff that's going on. Mogari has to eat a ton of souls. Someone from his family clan is coming to possibly kill him. He's got to possibly change his opinion and stop doing that. Then they're trying to make their club official, and you know, they kind of get denied a little bit, but the president of the student council absolutely is obsessed with ghosts and stuff. So he has to try to maintain his like perfect attitude of like a student council member, but really he is like totally thinks that the guys are so cool. So every time he's like thinking hard about how awesome it is that this club exists and the possibility of ghosts, this is like the look on his face. But this is him internally, and that's so cute. So I assume that the rest of the series will include the president as well, slowly like supporting them from the shadows, but like appearing to be hard on them. So it was very, very cute. So that is what I've read so far, trying to keep it short and sweet because I still have to go to work. I had a long and busy day yesterday. I had to train a new hire. It actually went really well, but dude, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from talking for 5 hours straight, which you'd think wouldn't bother me considering how much of a yapper I am. But like, I don't want to talk about work. Ugh. But I will say the cool thing about him was that younger dude, 24, very, very nice. Likes anime, likes manga, cosplays, goes to convention. So that's really nice, like, to meet someone who you have interests in common with. So I think he'll do really well. But, you know, talking about work is boring. So I try to, you know, lighten the mood with all of the info dumping about our job, talking about fun stuff. So that was really nice. And yeah, Devin's off today, but he's going to go see his grandparents and stream. And then tomorrow we are going to hang out and, like, maybe do a semi celebration of our anniversary, since we didn't really get to do that on Wednesday. That was like my initial plan, but obviously plans changed, but it's okay. It doesn't matter, because honestly it was really fun to see process and then have the dinner, because we went to a really nice dinner at Hot Pot 757 with him, a mutual friend, and then like their mutual friends, and they were actually really nice. So I will see you guys later. We'll hopefully have read a little bit more, because, you know, I got that whole stack right there. So yeah, I will see you again. All right, hello. Okay, we just left, or we're in the parking lot of Second and Charles. I got this blind bag, but we'll show the things I got there. Say hi, Devie.
Hi, Devie.
First one we got is Scars. Never heard of this, but I'm excited. Then we got Otaku Vampire's Love Bite Volume 6. Didn't even know this had come out. That makes me happy. I got Tannen's B-Side Volume 3. This is the one I didn't get from Books A Million. And then I'm really excited about this one. It's Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated, Volume 6. So this is the one that they worked with Magic the Gathering, and it's based around that, and it's like the first years when it was booming in the 90s. So it's really cool. But we've got our mystery hanger, because I really wanted a bag thing. And I feel like this is either Usopp. It could be Brock too, but who would you want if I got one?
Well, obviously I want Chopper.
Well, yeah, Chopper would be great.
Chopper or Robin.
Okay, so these are the options. I'm fine with anything. Least wanting is Luffy, just because, like, you could get that, but it's okay if it was him. Okay.
I just don't want Usopp.
I love Usopp. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I did want Usopp. That's the thing. Like, I was thinking, I'm excited. See, I like Usopp. I wish he wasn't so. Damn, they made him just as light as they whitewashed my dude.
Every time.
They whitewashed my dude. Yay! I'm excited. I got my Usopp. Honestly, when I was walking up to it, I was like, that's the one I want. But it would either be Usopp, Chopper.
Oh, they really did whitewash him, like.
I mean, he looks as pale as fucking.
He looks like Sanji.
He does have Sanji's skin tone. What the hell's going on?
Jesus.
What the hell? Lord have mercy.
Oh Lord, you got so
Can't
many.
No, I don't. I don't have too many things on my shit, so put this in the trash. Yay! Okay, now we're on our way to P.F. Chang's. You want to have P.F. Chang's?
All right, we're on the way to P.F. Chang's, I guess.
Well, what do you think we were going to do?
You said not P.F. Chang's. You want to go somewhere else?
No, I didn't say not P.F. Chang's.
Okay.
Do you want to go to the Bowl instead?
I'm good with either one.
Well, we still have to go to Barnes & Noble. So...
Which is closer to a Barnes & Noble?
Well, one's in Stony Point. The other one's in... I mean, so Westchester Commons is about 15 minutes away. Stony Point's probably the same. It's time to get on the road, everybody. Vroom, vroom. Fast and Furious. We're so smart, of course, and got our... Ooh la la. Devin had a delicious... You got a matcha what? Arctic matcha?
Arctic matcha.
Very delicious. Yes. And of course I had my 2 drinks. I already drank my first drink. Delicioso. And now we're going to figure out the distance.
She loves her liquids.
I do!
She's a liquid gal.
We were talking about how I like my little 3 drink minimum. I'll have 3 drinks.
She's just sloshing around in Second and Charles, y'all.
Stop it. Anyway, because you know, sometimes I also like drink these drinks and then I go get pho. So it's, oh my God, what is this?
That's an airplane wing.
Whoa. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right, everybody. We'll see you there. Holy shit. Let me turn it around. Whoa, dude. It's fucking...
I'm just kidding. It's not airplane wing.
Oh, well, why are you lying to me? You fucker. What is it? It looks like a fucking thing. It looks like a fucking... It looks like it. What is it?
God, I'm sorry. I'm picturing you over there at the manga section doing this.
Oh, tell them what happened.
Oh, so I see the two managers and then one person in front of them walking towards the front door, and I recognize the someone's getting fired walk, and then we got to kind of walk or make sure this guy's not going to create a scene. Walk behind. So of course I kind of, I'm walking up, I'm gonna see what happens, and I look over and just Connie's over there just looking at manga, just dancing, just being cute. And this guy's like, F you guys, and then walks out.
Literally did not hear any of that.
And you're just over there in your own little happy world.
Well, yeah, I was finding some cool treasures.
Yep.
So where are we going?
The bowl.
Oh, okay, so he's doing executive decision.
The bowl is no toll and 13 minutes away. The other one's 20 minutes away and with a toll.
Oh, I guess I would go the long way then. I have avoid tolls on all my stuff, so. And this is the stuff that Devin is listening to, by the way. Devin's really... Oh, girl, focus now. You're on which book for the dungeon?
I've only got like a half hour of book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl left.
Good job, Devie.
Yeah.
You're so smart. Well, on to some we'll see you guys there. Yay!
This is pineapple or mango?
Pineapple. It is really good. I like it. It's like not too sweet.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, cut this one.
There's one? Okay. This one got some body to it.
This one's just the custard, right? No, this is the coconut custard.
Coconut custard. I love coconut, man.
Ooh, okay.
That might be better.
All right. So this is the strawberry roll.
Strawberry something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a strawberry stick.
There you go.
But you would say this one's your favorite?
These two are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, custard's good. This one's not as sweet, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And this one's just like strawberry shortcake.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that was... Get it, girl.
Don't piss me off.
All right. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, but I think I like this one better.
The pineapple one?
Mm-hmm. I really like this.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite? This is my least favorite of the three.
Let me try it.
I mean, they're all good, though. All right.
So this one's your least favorite?
Yeah.
I think because it's got a... Oh, Lord mercy.
Oh, no. Oh, there, girl.
Lord,
Hey.
okay, thank you now. Let's get messy.
Is this it's your first time?
I think it's boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Okay. I love you. Thanks, Devie. Going to the motherland. Book for Marin.
They sell books here?
Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, everybody. Hello. Today was Backlight Day. We've got things to talk about. Okay, so Monday, you guys saw, I think I did a little bit better of a job actually filming. Thanks to Devie. I almost didn't film the part of us eating and like trying the food. It was relatively like empty in Brecco Tea, but like I didn't really film the layout of it. It's like it's like such a cool look to it. And when I took Process there, he was like, oh, this definitely looks like a Seattle coffee shop. So clearly, you know, it has like a very trendy look to it. But the one I took him to was a completely different setup than the one I took Devie to. And it was like when you first walked into the restaurant, it's like, okay, so here's the door you walk in. Everything is like an oval shape. So you walk in, kind of like a half oval is all of the sweet treats that you can choose from. And then the full like crescent was the register, so that because on one side was where you would make the drinks, here's the register, and on the other side was where the cakes were and like along the front. So Devin chose to sit us on the side where they were making the drinks. And so like I was like, no, they can see. And he's like, honey, nobody cares. And I'm like, I know. I just feel like I shouldn't. And he was like, you know what? You fill me in. And then it was okay. So thanks, Devie. You're so encouraging. I appreciate it. Like, I do want to be better about stuff like that. Because obviously I think there's a way to not like be obnoxious about it and like interrupt people around you. I obviously don't like to film people who, you know, did not be but also like to not have it inconvenience the person you're with. Like that always blows my mind when I see like like the freaking videos of like somebody who has like a giant like light attachment and it's blasting. It's like a glaring bomb of light in like a dark restaurant. And then nobody can eat until you take the photo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not me saying, like, you can't be like that. It's just for me, I would be way too anxious to do that. So I think I found a happy medium. And thanks to Devie, who always encourages me. I love you. But yeah, we had a really nice night the rest of the night last night. He was very sweet. We did a room tour, finally, of 2026, which I think I'm going to start after we talk filming. Because I think that would be, I'm sorry, not filming, editing, because the first half was very quick. It's just like a cool little like walkthrough. And then we go upstairs and you get to see Devin's figures and his gaming setup, my gaming setup, and then books upstairs. And then we go back downstairs and then you see the rest of my shelves. So it's just something like quick and cute. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. But it was fun to film with Devie. I just love Devin. I love my husband. Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand how much I love him. Sometimes it makes me feel a little violent. Does anybody relate to that? You just love somebody or something so much you just want to, you know, give it but out of love. You know what I'm saying? Out of love. Moving on. Okay, so didn't read last night, but this morning I caught up on Backlight. Oh my God. What more could happen? I know that I will not stop myself from reading when it updates, but part of me wants to give it like 3 or 4 episode drops and just see people talk on Twitter, because I don't know that I can handle it. Like I think it's very clear that we are about to see the very first panel, right? Hey Yule's, I don't know if you'd call them friends, but the people around him that were in the penthouse having all the drugs and sex and stuff going on, Lord of mercy. These people are sick and sadistic and twisted, okay? They want to do some stuff. They're about to set Young Woon up, and I don't like that, okay? I'm so mad that Seo-in has disappeared. We don't know where he's gone. And it's like, I do understand, like, this is so much. But once again, it's like Young Woon is left alone. Why do you people keep doing this? It's like people keep insisting that they know what's best for Young Woon, which always is so like painful to see, because, you know, same thing with Hey Yule. Okay, Okay, you're infatuated with Youngwoon. What does that got to do with me? Okay, leave me alone. I'm just trying to be your manager. But no, we have to do things. We have to do things that piss me off. Me being Connie. Okay. Then you have where's Tae-gyu? Huh? Where's him? Where's he? I don't see him. And he needs to show up. What he did to Youngwoon also. Why did you do that? Again, another person you think you know best. Seoin, you think you know best, but no one's talking to Youngwoon, and no one really considers how he feels, you know? And it's just so sad because you guys finally let your feelings show, and then you abandon him. At the very least, talk to him. I'm so scared for what's to come that, like, I was churning things in my mind, and it made me get emotional at the thought of what could happen. You know, we see these guys are lying and saying that, oh, they have Seowin's phone. And just like episodes prior, where Seowin did get drunk at like a karaoke Korean barbecue place, and like Youngwoon came and saved him, kind of setting it up like that, except it's Haeyul. And Haeyul is the one who's fucked up, drunk out of his mind. I'm so scared about what they're going to do, because the last thing we see them say, and this is a spoiler, is the camera set up in another room. So they're going to do something where Youngwoon is put in a situation against Haeyul, and I'm so scared because they're going to film it, and it's like, but why? Why are we doing this? You know, I understand that these guys, they don't really care. The guys who are having sex in the penthouse and doing the drugs and stuff, they don't care about what's going on. They just want money. Why is Seowin's uncle doing that? But sick. Like, why does Youngwoon have to be the one who pays the price all the time from this family? It just makes me so sad. But more than anything, I really want that mom to have to like apologize for what she did. And I just don't, I mean, I can't relate to the mom. Obviously, as someone, I don't want children. So I can't understand this, like, feeling that she has of like, oh, I have to, and I don't understand like wanting to be perfect. Like, I don't get that. So her now like freakishly spiraling. It's like, girl, you got to start telling the truth, I guess. That's what you must do. Secondly, yes, ma'am. Please don't do this to me. I left my first comment on Lezen, so that was kind of fun. I do not want her to disappoint Ji-wook. I really don't. All he wants is to be with her. I know she wants to be with him. So stop playing games, okay? Because I don't want you to hurt him. But girl, she pulled this drama out. Okay. We're having fun. But it better not be the last time. And I don't want to see no tears, okay? Don't hurt him. I don't take that too kindly to it. Now, had to unlock some more things on Tappy Toon, y'all. Okay, so I genuinely need to get back into this, but I'm telling you, I think I really do need to reread it from the beginning, because like it's just going to stress me out so much. But I started reading the first few free episodes because, yeah. So the first 3 episodes of To My Husband's Mistress. Ooh, yeah. Okay. This one looks like it's going to be really good. And I said, well, let's just crack it open. So let's read what it is. Okay, I'm going to have to put it a little closer to me. When Letitia Winchester faces death at the hands of her husband's mistress, fate intervenes. She's fished out of the river by Prince Sion, the first soul, born in a holy empire in 300 years. Using his divine powers, he changes Letitia's appearance and gives her the new identity of Countess Anna Rose Victoire. Armed with divine powers and a thirst for revenge, the two form an unlikely alliance. Prince Sion seeks justice for a fallen friend, while Letitia plots retribution against those who've wronged her. Together they embark on a journey of vengeance and redemption. Yes, I do absolutely eat these up. I love these stories, especially like as soon as I read the first 3 and was like, okay, I'm gonna buy some more coins and unlock this. It's not complete, which that's tough for me, but it's okay. It's okay. Eventually it will be completed, hopefully one day. Anyway, all of that to say, oh wait, Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I almost lost my train of thought. What I was going to say was, after I read the first 3 and I was like, okay, I'm definitely unlocking this, it just brought me back to Whom It No Longer Concerns. Oh my God. This is why I love these stories, because of To Whom It No Longer Concerns was so good. Oh, another reason why I like the remarried, like, I just like seeing women, like, get the justice that they deserve. Okay, and by that I mean taking down every single one of the enemies who plotted against them. How dare you? How dare you do that to anybody, any beautiful woman that I'm reading? I almost wish, though, that she didn't have to pretend, or I'm sorry, that she didn't have to be, like, turned into someone else. You know what I mean? Because she looks nothing, absolutely nothing like who she once was. And I do particularly like when the person who is the piece of shit is made very, very aware. Like, you cannot escape the fact that I'm the one, the one you wronged. I'm the one making sure you realize that you're fucked, okay? But we'll see what happens. You know, I might be pleasantly surprised and just super happy about everything. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I also had started, I thought, oh, maybe, no, I'm not going to unlock it just yet. I did a Tutor Secret Sessions. That was really, really cute. I think I might unlock that eventually, but I'm not quite there yet. And then I had unlocked all of Unfair Love Affair, which I will be reading again one day. But girl, I got some good things on here that I started, but I'm gonna have to start opening some other stuff up if you ask me. Did I read anything else yesterday? Caught Up on Revenge. I think we talked about that. Oh yeah, we got some manga. I'll show you guys that a little bit later after I edit the video. Yeah, that's a good idea, because we'll just film a little bit in the office. But yeah, so I won't keep this long. I'll cut it short. It's another day off. I'm just going to try to enjoy it as much as possible. Maybe we'll go out. There are some things that supposedly released today. Don't know if they'll be at my local store, so I might go back out. You never know. You know, I love to get me some damn brouhaha. But we made curry last night, so I don't really need to go out to eat. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to eat a little something. I'm going to walk a little bit really quickly, and then we'll retire. Or I'll do the opposite. I'll do the editing, and then we'll go for a walk. And then, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'll see you guys later, because I haven't read anything else physically. We just had such a jam-packed day yesterday. It was really, really nice. The only thing I've been reading is I've been listening to the audiobook of Villains Are Destined to Die for the light novel. And that's been really good, honestly. I'm really enjoying it. I like hearing the novelization. I don't know that I really like the voice narrator of the audiobook, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm chugging through it. It's coming along really well. I think I really want to, devote my time to listen to those and other light novels that I own. But yes, see you guys again in a second. Boom. All right. Hello, everybody. Okay, we're back. Right now, I'm in my office, and I'm filming the office tour and everything. It's been very, very fun. I'm glad I did it with Devin this time, because I think the first time I ever did an office tour, I think it went well. I think it went really well, but it's obviously kind of difficult when it's just you doing it. And I don't think I'm doing everything on my cell phone, which I think works pretty well, but it's not the best. Okay. It's not the best of the best, but at the same time, this way is a little bit more fun, because you can kind of like see Deb and I going back and forth, and we go back and forth. Not in a bad way, but we've got the banter. Yes. So I actually wanted to show you guys what I got from all the shopping we did yesterday, but then I also went back to Books A Million. I didn't film that because I initially went out. I left the house after we spoke the first time, so I was like, oh, I just want to get a drink from Brew La La, but there was a line, so I was looking at my phone, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if anything that dropped today is actually at Books A Million. And there were quite a few things that dropped today, and then some I didn't even know that were coming out. So I figured, let me just walk on over there. Well, not walk, but we drove But went to Books A Million, got some stuff, got some new releases. So very excited about that. Got to chatting with people. That was nice as well. I really like the people that work there. When we were there yesterday, it's like the store manager. And I mean, I don't speak to that person. No offense to them. We just don't talk. But over the radio, one of the women that works there was like, hey, tell her that I said hello. That was so cute. So she was like, yeah, Nikki back there said hello. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I was talking to the dude I usually talk to today. He's the one who like might be selling his manga. We are friends online as well. And he ended up being my former coworker's little brother, which is just so crazy. Like, what are the odds of like us? Yeah. But he's going to compile a list. I don't know that I'll get much from him because he's possibly just doing romance that he's selling, and like it's just straight, which is not that big of a deal, but like I think we know where I prefer to get my romance when it comes to manga and manhwa. It's the GL and BL variety. I don't mind a straight little situation because y'all know I love Yes Man. We already talked about that. But if he had a truckload of BL or GL that I didn't have, I would be buying that right now. But that's not the point. Let's talk about what I got yesterday because I didn't show you guys everything I got. So Barnes & Noble, not just Barnes & Noble though, because the first place we went to, Second and Charles, I didn't ask for a bag. We did talk about what I got there, so we won't repeat that, but we can talk about some of the other stuff, or maybe I'll just say it anyway, it doesn't really matter. I love your style. I'm so excited for that. This is the one I did not realize was coming out. Y'all saw this one. I don't think you guys saw this one. Yeah, these you saw, but you didn't see this one. And I don't think you saw this. Okay, some things I got I'd heard of before, some I did not. And, you know, we're just having fun here. So, obviously you guys saw that I got Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated Volume 6. Still really loving the series. I didn't realize that the second volume of Roses and Champagne had come out. I know that initially when I read all of this last year, I wasn't like the biggest fan, but I want to give it a second chance. You know, that's why I keep, well, just a second volume, but that's why I'm going to continue to buy them physically because like at the end of the day, it wasn't the worst. Like it was enjoyable. So I don't know if maybe I just wasn't in the mood. You know what I mean? Then I got something I hadn't heard of, which was Immortality and Punishment. Let's read the back of this one. Because this was just based off the cover. Fumito Yakaze, a young man haunted by a dark secret, finds himself trapped in a love hotel as a terrifying infection spreads across the city. All over, humans are rising from the dead, going berserk, and biting others to infect them. A zombie apocalypse comes to life. As the victim count keeps rising and grotesque monsters flood the streets, Fumito knows the end is near. But, as a voice in his head reminds him, he cannot choose to die. Only by living can he atone for the mistakes in his blood-stained past. So this will be a series because it's the first volume. And I'm excited. Yeah, we're excited for that. Okay, some of the things that I don't think you got. No, you definitely saw me get Scars, Volume 1. Hadn't heard of it. That's okay. That was at Second and Charles. What else did I get from Second and Charles? It doesn't matter. I'll talk about the rest. I got Sleeping on Paper Boats, Volume 2. I have the first volume. This is a 2-volume series, right? I believe. I could be wrong. But excited for you. I got Only the Flower Knows, Volume 3. I'm pretty sure I got the first 2 volumes of this last year we went to Second and Charles. If not, I'll just be getting Volume 1 and 2 at some point. Yeah, I got BL Game Rebirth, Volume 3. Got this from Barnes & Noble. Did not know this came out, so I was very excited to see Adabana, Volume 2. I really enjoyed the first volume last year, so I'm excited to read that. I got the missing volume that I needed of Taimon's B-side, so that was Volume 3. And then I got Otaku Vampires Love Bite, Volume 6. I don't know how many volumes this will be. I really don't. I need to look into that. But I am enjoying this, although certain things frustrate me. I don't know that I read Volume 5, so if I haven't, then I'm 2 volumes behind. Yeah. And then earlier, I got also a regular book and some manga and a mystery box, which we'll open together. Also, girl, my little Usopp I got yesterday, I accidentally broke the... Oh my gosh. So pissed off at myself. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to put it somewhere different. Girl, I broke the damn thing when we were walking into the bowl. That pissed me off. But oh well, what can you do? Okay, didn't realize this had dropped. Volume 5, The Villainess's Guide to Not Falling in Love. Beautiful cover. I think this is probably my favorite cover of everyone I've had so far. Excited. Oh, and again, these are the things that I didn't realize had come out. I had no idea. Actually, I don't think I got anything that I was hoping to possibly get. So what I wanted was You Can't Bluff the Sharp-Eyed Sister Volume 2 and something. Oh, Yarichin Bitch Club Volume 6. Those are the two that I was actually looking for. I don't think those will show up at my local Books A Million anytime soon, so I'll probably order them offline. But Bride of the Death God Volume 2. This first volume was really, really, really good, so I definitely want to get into this quickly. Didn't know Hunter x Hunter came out with Volume 38. Girl, no one told me. No one told me. And then I said, oh, you know, let's take the plastic off. I don't know why, but I just said, you know what? Let's get something wrapped in plastic, shall we? And this just looked ridiculous. Virgin Virtues, the hilarious hijinks of erotic amateurs. Okay. Miki is a rookie erotic novelist who's never so much as held a woman's hand. Riko is a die-hard lingerie enthusiast. These two clueless virgins embark on a literary collaboration, attempting to bring the heat despite the cringe of their inexperience. Miki fully embraces Riko's obsession with underwear, but when he makes a very hands-on request in the name of research, Riko has to wonder, can you really write what you don't know? So let's see. Oh, first of all, what's going on here? Okay, never mind. I got a little nervous. She's reading his book. I don't have a pair of titties. I don't know. Okay. I said, oh, no, not her. Not her already. Oh, Lord, she's already in heat. Lord. Yeah, girl. I knew what I was getting into. Oh, my Lord. She's got nice lingerie on, though. I'll tell you that. Oh, is that her? That might be her manuscript. Okay. Ooh, exciting. But she's got her fucking ass tooted out. Skirt on, as usual. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I'm gonna like this. Sorry. I think this could be cute. But the other thing I really wanted was Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez. This is a gorgeous cover. Look at and I'm not one who really cares about sprayed edges, but obviously I like them when they're there. Like if I'm going to get something that has it, hell yeah. Ooh, and the regular cover without the dust jacket is very pretty. Yeah. Very, very beautiful. I've been seeing it more and more like being recommended on TikTok. So that was the other reason why I wanted to get into this. God, dude, I can't get over this cover. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, and before I end this little part and we get back to putting everything, editing everything, we're going to do the Yumo Stay With You little cat thing, I guess. Listen, let me get a little focus. I don't really care what I get, honestly. I think all of them look very cute. If I had to choose a preference, it would probably be one of the cats, maybe, or a bunny, but I don't think it's a bunny. But anything will do. Anything will do. I don't really care. I really don't. I say, as I get something I don't like. Okay. We've got our cute packaging. I'm not feeling bunny ears. Oh, I am feeling bunny ears. Oh my god! That is so cute. That's adorable. Oh, I love that. Okay, she's adorable. That's so cute. Do they have names? Girl. This is, oh, it's just Yellow Bunny. And you will go over here. Just very, very cutely over by my lap. So nice. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna DIY a little bit. I've got this, the first time I'd ever done what are these called? A photo card? No. One of the photo booth things. I did this with my sister last year, and this was the first time we ever did it, so we didn't know that you're supposed to do like one person. But this is the first time I ever did them, and it was the week that we had gone to Virginia Beach last year after Hallie had passed away. So emotionally, I was a wreck. There's a ton of stuff that I filmed that I didn't post because I was very, very, very emotional. I cried a lot, obviously. But this was one of the few highlights. In general, obviously, I love spending time with my family, but this was something that gave me a lot of joy, even though it was hard. I definitely cried right after we took these, but I really appreciate my sister so much for being there for me. So before I cry, thank you, Tiffany, and I put a little tape on you. We're gonna hang you up a little bit higher because this fell not too long ago, and I will kind of turn it around so y'all can see. But yeah, it looks cute. I like that. I'll show you guys. So yeah, she's cute. Yellow bunny and the photo. There you have it. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm talking about. What am I saying? All right, it's time. That's right. It's time to get back to this. I'm happy. Everything's going well, and we're almost done. This is just the final stage of me watching it again, adding any like funny sounds or gifs or pictures, because I tried this time to include some of the stuff that I actually bought and purchased. So you can see like the Govee lights, what you would type in if you wanted to get them from Amazon or from Govee website. My desk, which is not available on Amazon anymore because that's where I bought it from in 2020. But I'm sure if you went through like the actual like manufacturer name, you could probably get it. I love this desk. And yeah, and some of the stuff from Devin's stuff upstairs. Yeah. I linked our friend Repeat because he does custom keyboards. So yeah, I'm going through all like the little minor details with a fine tooth comb. But yes, I will see you guys again later. Hopefully we'll be reading. It feels like I'm not gonna get to that because it's almost 4 o'clock. And this always happens. I just get the little creative juices flow, and then the night is over. And I'm just left with what? I'm productive though. I am productive. Ooh, almost forgot this, girl. Save these to put behind your books on your shelves. Yeah, think about it. But anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, it's 10:30 at night. I've been watching Hijack. Okay. I think at this point, everybody should know Idris Elba, second husband in the list of husbands that come after Devie. Basically, celebrity crush. Love Idris Elba. Absolutely stunning. And this is a good show. Actually, a pretty good show if you ask me. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about what I've read. I read volume 1 of It's Just a Dream, right? This is really cute. Where the fuck do I read the rest of this online? Like, I was like, okay, I should be able to find this pretty easily, huh? No, girl, it's not on a single one of my damn apps that I'm paying for, so what's really going on? Where the hell? I gotta wait till volume 2? I simply can't do that. I have to have it right now. This is really, really cute. God damn, it reminds me of a few things. Obviously, it reminds me of, what the fuck is that one called? Love at First Fright. Yeah. And then there's something else, dude. There's something else I read. It'll come to me at some point. But what was it? What have I just recently read? I feel like I just recently read something, but I only read the first few episodes because it was free on Lezen. So I definitely won't be able to remember because I didn't really dive into it. But this was very cute. I like this. I want to keep going with it. I really, really enjoy... I really like both characters, but I really, really like him, the shaman. So basically... And I already know what's going on with the grandma. Like, I think that's pretty clear, the grandma thing. But the way this ended was so cute. It's very funny. I like where the romance is going. I like, I don't know how to say what the romance is like. It's kind of like forced, not dating, but basically he's a shaman. He deals with people's dreams, so he will create a link with them, go into their dream, and, break the curse or whatever is going on. He is in need of an assistant, and that's where this character comes in. Oh, I can't remember anybody's name. Jungo and Ibyom. Okay, so this is Ibyom, and this is Jungo. He sees a listing for this assistant situation. I don't know if we really dived into it, maybe later. It seems like he isn't the best at keeping a job. So he's kind of like, I'll see what this is all about. He assumes he's going to get, like one chance, and then they'll find an excuse to fire him. But he hits it off with Ibom's grandmother, who's at the shrine. She's like, you will work perfectly for what he needs your help with. So basically, he is going to accompany him to go into someone's dreams who's being afflicted with nightmares and see what's really going on in there. On the way, we find out about maladies. Apparently, a shaman can encounter a malady when going into dreams. I guess you could say it's like being touched by the demon or the curse that's in the dream. It can then create like an issue. It's clearly tied to something personal. We find out that Ibom's mother, her malady was to constantly be hungry, and it sounds like she may have eaten herself to death. I don't know. It was glanced over very quickly. And then something about grandma with the rage, which, okay, this is a spoiler. And it's not even really a spoiler, it's my theory, but I think it's pretty clear that the grandma's a ghost. It would be a funny twist if she's not a ghost, actually. That would be really funny if the whole time we think that she's a ghost, and then it gets to the point where Jung-Oh also is like, oh, she's been a ghost this whole time, and then we find out, actually, no, she's a human. It just happened to be a crazy coincidence that all those things seemed like ghost activity. But yeah, he basically, on the way, hear about the maladies. I think you can tell what the malady is going to be for Ibom. They go into someone's dream, something goes awry, and then that's when Ibom develops a malady. Obviously, his malady is going to be, I'm super horny and I have to nut for it to go away. And you just got to do that until, maybe the malady disappears. I don't know. And that's why I need access to the second volume or wherever else I can read this online, because I want to know what's going on. I'm liking what I'm reading. Yeah, this was very cute. Gosh darn it, dude. There's something else, man. Maybe it's just the cover and the color palette. It's making me think of something else that has nothing to do with this. But I like it. I don't know if this creator has done anything else, but if they have, I want to read it because I really like the art style. It's very... Hold on. Oh, shit. What is... Okay. It is based off the look because... Something with the leaves. What is that one called? Ooh, okay, you got me. We're going on this journey together. We are going on this journey together because I can't get it out of my head. Well, first let me type in the person's name and the lesson app. Let me see. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay on track. Stay on track. Oh gosh, a new episode of Heart of a Lotus. Damn. Alrighty, well. Okay. It reminds me that's what it... I think that's exactly what it was. Ooh. Let's bring that up so you don't see the wieners. Leaves dancing on a melody. It definitely, you know what I'm saying? But there's another thing, and I can feel it. I can feel that it's like something else I've read. Fudge my Nellies. I don't know. We're gonna have to read Heart of a Lotus after that. Almost done with the 4th volume of Royal Tailor, Clothier to the Crown. We got to meet another wife. So we met another wife at the beginning of this. I'm past a 2nd story, onto a 3rd story, met another wife. I don't know how many more wives are left at this point. But I loved the story of the most recent wife, or the first wife we meet. Once again, the king, love him. He's just like a man I can respect. Whoa, I know. You're probably thinking, what the hell, Connie? It's the truth. I think I like the king. He better not disappoint me. Suspicious of Tien. Suspicious of her. She seems to be the only one who's really suspicious and really moving funny. Okay, like it's like the people who kill, and then get all close to the investigation. They're the ones that were really doing it. That's what it feels like. But I'm not quite done. I'm almost done, though. Am I? Oh, girl. Well, actually, I'm about halfway done. But I fear I will be drifting off in a second. So I wanted to just go ahead and get my thoughts out. And we just get that over with. But I definitely will be reading this next episode of Heart of a Lotus, which I'm doing right now off to the side, and I can't show you. Oh, God. I don't. Wow. Not what I was expecting to see. It seems like he might be having second thoughts. Oh, golly, dude, Bart. Sam, I just feel so bad for Sam. Oh, golly. It's sad. It's like Sam is so broken now. And I can't remember his name, sorry. What's his name? The other main character. Changwon? I think that's his name. He has this like inner monologue and he's like, stop, command me to stop. But it's like he's not going to tell you to stop. Like he is so broken now. Oh man. Oh God, does he say that out loud? Alright, so I'm going to read this episode of Heart of a Lotus really, really quick. If you see me again, then we'll talk again. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. If not, then you'll just see me in the morning. And hopefully I will have finished this and read something else that I've purchased. I do still need to pick up Boss Bitch and Dear Door, as well as the 4th volume of Royal Tailor, Clothier to the Crown. So we'll see. I'll figure it out, but I'll see you guys in a second. Oh my gosh, we're back. I just finished this. This is the final volume in the Royal Tailor, Clothier to the Crown. Oh my God, 5 out of 5. I am broken in the best way. I cried so hard during this. This is so good. Excuse me. Oh man, what an ending. I had a feeling that that's what was actually going to be going on. But what happened in this one was crazy. So this is going to be some spoilers. So as I said before, Tien is one of the king's wives. I don't even know how many fucking wives the king says. He has Tien, Emmeline's mom, the fire mom, the wolf mom, the dragon mom, the slime mom. Oh, fuck. Who else? Oh, a man? Got a husband? Okay, girl. Okay, we see that. Kador. We like Kador. Shit, who else? There's somebody else, I think. This man has so many wives. And like I said, I love the fact that he loved all his wives, especially when we saw Kador, because I was like, okay. The king knows how to get down, and I like that. Okay, he doesn't discriminate. If he falls for you, he falls for you hard. And somehow, some way, by some type of weird-ass magic, he and Kador had a baby. The kid is adorable. Anyway, all that to say, Tien, I didn't realize this at first. Maybe they mentioned it and I just forgot, but she's a dream demon. So we knew at the beginning that she could read people's desires, and that's why she was trying to get Hana to work for them, because someone was trying to assassinate the king, and she suspected it was the other wives, but every time she was around them, they knew that she could do that she could read their desires. So she was like, well, they're hiding how they really feel, because girl, you know, like, if someone's trying to kill them, they gotta fucking think about it if they got fucking walking lie detector here. So she's like, oh, Hana, you go, and because you're so good with people, basically, you cracked the case. Well, okay, we already knew it was this bitch, but it was unintended. The thing I like about this is, like, all the wives really love the king, and the king really loves his wives. So not only is she a dream and she can eat dreams, apparently she can make people's desires come true. And when we meet Kador, we find out that Kador was one of the first people that saved the king from an assassination. And it was a snake. There shouldn't be any poisonous snakes in the garden. And he's a gardener, a royal gardener. And it bit the king because Kador is a dryad, I think it is. He found a way to save the king, but inadvertently, I don't know what word you would use. Somehow, some way, he got pregnant by the king because he got his blood on him. I don't know, girl. I don't make these rules, and I don't know what's going on. But once Hana kind of like figured out what's going on with Kador, it's just like she's constantly healing these relationships. And it's not even like it's like a huge misunderstanding. It's mostly just like, it seems like over time, the king everybody just got so busy with their own stuff, right? But then they had all of these feelings of like, oh, you know, like, why aren't we speaking, blah, blah, blah. Mostly coming from the wives, feeling a little self-conscious, obviously. Some more than others not caring at all, especially the flame lady. I really, really, really like the flame lady. She kind of gives like Valkyrie vibes, but something with fire. And I don't think Valkyries do anything with fire. Who am I? So that leads, after they get everything figured out with Kador, that's when Tien starts to figure that she might be doing this. And because the king, who is immortal, is desiring death, she's inadvertently making these happen. But then we also find out that the truth is that she wants to help the king. So it's almost like a vicious cycle that like they don't really want this to happen, but like I don't know how to put it into words. It's kind of hard to follow because when she figures out, when she figures out something, this was weird to me. Let me see if I can. Oh my God, I can't get over how cute the daughter is. She's so cute. Okay, let's see. Okay. So Tien, there's a snake. Then these snakes crawl out from her. So it's like all of her fears and it become a nightmare that's like everybody's kind of living in because she's so suspicious of the wives. So she's essentially like making this happen. Okay, boom. And this one, the wife that made me cry, finally we meet Lady Emmeline's mom, okay? Because like she's obviously like royalty, so I'm like, she's the king's daughter, but like we never really hear about that. But finally we do. Bitch, I might cry talking about it because it was just so, it was beautiful, but also just so tragic. And then like, obviously I'm a crybaby, but you know, since 2020, like I've lost so many people in my life. So it's very hard to read stuff like this, but it was also very beautiful. So, Lady Emmeline, she's an elf, and her mom left. It's almost like the thing in Lord of the Rings. It's almost like the thing in Lord of the Rings with Liv Tyler's character, where she kind of becomes mortal in a way. This is a little bit different because it's like she's so detached from the elven world, and she's an elf, that she's like dying now. And okay, I'm gonna try to keep it together. Obviously, like as I get older, I think about my own life and my own relationships, and it's like, you know, it's sad to think like there may be a day where Devin doesn't have me and I don't have him, or I don't have him. If I don't have my mom, or I don't have my dad, or I don't have my sister. So that's really tough, but you know, you have to push through it. You have to keep going because it is inevitable. And Lady Emmeline's mom, she's dying, and she's, you know, like, I just want to spend time with you. I want to see you happy.
And it's all culminating to the, like, Hana being with Lady Emmeline, which is what I really wanted. I didn't like the love thing going on between Hana and the priest, because it's very clear that, like, they have a father-daughter relationship, even though they're obviously not related. He's a vampire, she's a fucking human. But he raised her since she was a kid. So I can appreciate, though, that during this story, he has basically, like, had to work through these feelings and comes to the realization of, like, okay, I love Hana, but I love her like a daughter. I love her like family. So I'm glad that it all, like, wrapped up with, like, Lady Emmeline actually finally expressing herself and her and Hana possibly together. But anyway, that's actually kind of off topic. It's not off topic, it is part of the topic. But basically, you know, this story is all about, like, family, and not all family is related. Not all family is, you know, by marriage. Some of it is the people that you make along the way, which I think is very beautiful. But, you know, the king basically asks Tien after Lady Emmeline's mom dies. It's so hard for Emmeline, and she really blames her dad. She blames the king, because she's like, you're never here. You're asking a human to figure out all these things with your wives, and it's like, you should just be present. And now I'm alone, and I have no relationship with you. It's just so sad. So Tien, after, I think her mom's name is Plutone. So after Plutone dies, Tien really understands, like, my fears or whatever. Well, at first she's like, these assassination attempts are because the king wants to die, and I'm making his desire come true. So she's like, do you want to die? And he's like, I think I do. And because he's immortal. So it's like, oh, girl. Okay, keep on track, honey. This always happens. So she doesn't kill him, but because she can eat dreams, she puts him to sleep so he will stay in a dream forever, where it's, like, very happy and no one's gone. So Tien's in this dream too, because I think she too wants to do that. And her kids, because she does have 2 kids, are like, okay, we need to wake them up. We need to get them back. So it's one of her twins, Lady Emmeline, and Hana, because they need people who can go into the dream who are strong of heart and don't get locked up in there, okay? Well, of course, Lady Emmeline goes missing in the damn dream, and we know what's about to happen because she's so upset that she lost her mom. So Tien's daughter and Hana are going to this dream, and they're seeing, like, the beginning of how Tien and the king met. And he's, like, the only immortal person, and he's spent years trying to find people who are like him. Tien is trying to change the way that dream demons treat people. And when they team up with each other, Tien is like, okay, well, I'm going to make things happen, and I'm going to help you make things happen. And as time goes on, she, I guess, picks up on the fact that, like, what will make the king happy is to have a family. And at first they try, and she can't have a baby. So it's obviously very hard. And they have more wives and stuff like that. But Sienna's the first one. And she's the first one. And she's the first one who loses a baby. And she's the last one to have one. So, okay, so they're in the dream and they're seeing all of this. And it's like a realization when they finally meet. They see the king asleep. He's with Plutone, and Tien's standing over both of them. And she's like, I want to let them sleep. Like, the thing that the king didn't want was trying to stop. It's because he'll never die. Is so he wouldn't have to feel lonely. And now that he lost a wife, it's like the reality that, like, I will be alone one day. Girl, bitch, I'm fixing to sob. Oh, God. Okay, alrighty. We're almost done. We're almost done talking about this one. So, obviously that's not really what's going on. That's not what they want. And they realize that, like, it's really been Tien almost her nightmare of, like, seeing him lonely, I guess. It's hard to say. Lady Emmeline shows up, girl. She's not Lady Emmeline anymore. She's the old one. She's like, I'd rather just live like this. But then Hana's like, no, like, you can't do that. Like, I want you to come back. And she's like, we don't know your desires. We don't know what you want. Finally, Lady Emmeline expresses, like, I want you. Because, like, right before everything happened, when her mom died, I forgot to mention this, Hana and the vampire are there, so the priest. And, you know, Lady Emmeline is so sad. She turns to the priest and she's like, make Hana a vampire. Because she doesn't want her to die. And it's obviously very shocking because she's like, I don't want that. I want Hana, you know, I love Hana the way she is. She's a human. I don't want her to change, but I don't want to lose her. So, you know, that has been eating Emmeline up because she's like, I can't believe I said that. But Hana's like, for my life, for my entire life, I will stay by your side. And that's okay. I don't have to live as long as you for us to be happy. Oh, bitch. Because you know what? I really... Do I like the idea of living forever? Sure. But only if I had someone with me that I loved. But it's like, why would I want us to live forever? You know? So it's like the idea of dying is scary, but like living forever, I don't know, girl. I don't know if I want that. I don't know what I don't know. I feel like I've seen enough, quite frankly. I'd like for the things that I've seen, I'd like to revert and us go like in a better direction and not keep going to the shit. I hope that's not just wishful thinking, girl, but here we are. I don't know. So everybody breaks out of the dream, thank God. Hana and Emmeline wake up. This, you know, them seeing each other and waking up and like kind of talking about what happened in front of the priest makes the priest realize like, oh, like, yeah, she's my daughter. Like seeing her clearly have had an experience with Emmeline, he gets a sense of pride that his daughter found someone that she loves. So he gets it like, okay, no, I definitely only love her as a daughter. So this was just like, oh my God, for something so short. This is 5 volumes, y'all. And look at the priest. He is kind of fine. But he needs to find another vampire or someone. I don't know. But for something so short, this packed such a fucking punch. This was so great to me. There were so many funny moments. I love the cast of characters. I love Hana. Hana is probably one of my favorite characters I've read. She's so kind and thoughtful, and she really has a way of balancing like being there for others and it not being like that's what she wants. It's not out of a sense of something, you know what I mean? It's that's what just brings her joy, and she gets to do what she loves and also bring people joy. So she's like such a beautiful, awesome character. Even if she hadn't found love, like I don't think it would have really mattered if she had any romance, but at the same time, like I think it was so clear from the very beginning with Emmeline that like that's gonna be her person. It was either her or the wolf, because I love the wolf. He was fine, but I think the wolf man. I think he wants to be with the wolf woman. We'll see. But this was just so good. I loved all the kids. The kids were so sweet. They had such great personalities. The wives were so amazing. They're all so different. Oh my God. And in the end, I'm sorry, let me not forget this. In the very end, when they're like breaking out of the dream, all of the wives are around, everybody who went to sleep. So the king, Tien's kid, one of the twins, and then Hana and Emmeline. And girl, they're all just like, bitch, let me look at it. It was just so beautiful. Let me see. Did I go too far? Oh my God. And then all of the wives too. It's like they also reassure Tien, like, you're also family. Because she feels very guilty for being suspicious of them, especially when she realizes, like, it was her all along who was attempting to kill the king. But they're all like trying to be there for her, trying to explain to her, like, no, we're family, dude. Like, I don't know. This was fucking lovely. This was 5 stars. If I didn't already say that, I feel like I did. I feel like I sighed and just started talking and crying. But wow. Wowzers. So freaking good. I literally could not, like, I couldn't recommend this more. Like, this was, if you want something that is short, 5 volumes, dude. Why was this paced so amazing? Okay, the pacing in this was fucking phenomenal. I haven't read something that is this short, by the way, that's paced this well. Girl, I don't even know when. Oh, you know what it was? Oh, okay. I don't want to say the only other one. The one that comes to mind is, what the fuck is that one called? I always forget the name. It's by the mangaka who did Spy Family. Something Princess. I'll put the picture up. That's less than 10 volumes. I think that's also 5 volumes. And that was fantastic. It was paced so fucking well. The action was insane. Obviously, there's not really a lot of action in here, but somehow, now this being the thickest volume, it did not feel like it dragged on. I feel like everything got wrapped up so well. I'm just very pleasantly pleased. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about before we move on, and then, like, eventually I'm going to end this, because I think we're at an hour. I think we're at an hour now. I mean, I've been talking for 20 minutes crying. So, I read and finished Boss Bitch Baby. This is really good, and I want to finish this. So, I think this is either on Manta, or on Tappytoon, or on both. I'll put which one's here. I'm going to finish this. And I'm gonna unlock everything, because I don't know when the second volume comes out. But this seems really interesting. I like the premise. Basically, you have the main character. What's his name? Not Hojin. What's the dude's name? I can't remember. Anyway, this isn't Hojin. This is the other main character. But this guy, he is like the son of a chaebol type situation. He and his brother, when they were younger, were both competing to take over the family business. He was always determined to, like, the thing is like his brother, or whoever the fuck, I can't remember if it's his brother or if it's his cousin. Like, it's very hard to remember. A lot happens in this, and, like, but not really. Also, I'm so dazed from this. I literally just finished this before I started talking, before I started recording. So, yeah, he has basically always been made to believe that he was going to get it regardless, because his brother, or whoever, it's either his brother's, because I think it's his brother. We haven't seen him yet, but we will see him, I'm sure. Yes, it is his brother. That's right, because the dynamic is switched, I think, with Hojin and his brother. That's right. Because Hojin's brother is older, and he screws him over. And I think I don't know. Anyway, get on track, honey. He doesn't like the fact that he would get it regardless, so he's not, like, he's not okay with just, like, flying by, not smart, like, doesn't do anything, right? He is like, if I'm going to get it regardless, I want to earn it too. I want people to know that I'm the one who deserves it. I can appreciate that. Good for you, sir. Except something happens, something is discovered by the grandfather, and he basically says, no, I'm giving it to your brother. You're going to go to America. Fuck you, grandpa, bitch. You're going to have to see that later. I won't spill that one. So he goes to America. It's been years since he's been back in Korea. Something happens with his brother, so now it's given back to him. So literally the first fucking night he comes home, he ends up in a gay bar where Hojin works. He and Hojin hook up, and he has not been able to stop thinking about that incident since. So he has been hooking up with people, hoping that he can, like, recreate the same night, but it's never enough. So he decides he's going to track him down, and because he's almost like gangster level, about shit, it's almost like he kidnaps him, to be quite honest. So he has to hide the fact that he is gay, and he has a contract going on with Ho-Jin for that purpose. Now, Ho-Jin, his dynamic is his older brother is a screw up. He is constantly in debt, and he, oh my God, I can't stand this shit, girl. I'm glad my sister would never do that to me. My sister would never do that to me, and I never did to my sister. He put some debt in Ho-Jin's name, girl, and then he skedaddled with his wife. Nobody will hurt you more than a family member, girl. I tell you what, sometimes you gotta be careful, but not my family. My family's good. Not to toot my horn. I'm just saying. My mom would never do that. My sister would never do that. Deb would never do that. And my stepdad would never do that. And my dad would never do that. But you know what I'm saying? The list could go on. But sometimes family isn't so. Well, what you expect. Chugging along. Now we're getting back on track, Connie, and we're not going to keep going off on a tangent. All right. So yeah. So right when Ho-Jin's about to get his fucking legs broken by the damn loan sharks who are coming after him because they can't find his brother, he basically takes the debt. And he's like, look, you're going to stay with me for a year. We're going to hook up. NDA signed, bitch. Don't say anything. And leave it at that. Well, Ho-Jin is like, he actually really liked him a lot when they first hooked up. He was like genuinely wanting to like pursue something with him. And then it fell apart because I think he offered Ho-Jin money as if he was a prostitute. He wasn't. So that really offended him. So now he's like, oh my God, you forced me into a contract where I'm basically, this is almost like prostitution. He doesn't really think about these things. Okay, he doesn't think about how that would make someone feel. So that's where we're working with him. So blah blah blah, super fucking crazy. Here we are now. Pretty nice. I'm enjoying this. I think it will be really fun. I actually did a poll to read this one. I think. No. Did I? I have to go back on. It was either Backlight, Define the Relationship, and then two other ones. I'll look it up because it was in my polls from a long time ago. But I think this will be cute. I think that the things I'm most looking forward to are him having to deal with obviously getting found out. Something is going to happen where this relationship is exposed, but I want him to really loosen up and not, to just enjoy life, and not feel like he has to be so buttoned up because like basically an incident happened and the reason why he was sent away, I won't give it away, but that really made him feel like I will never love anybody again. I will never give myself and I will never trust anyone. Obviously, Ho-Jin is going to have to be someone that he trusts. And I think, unfortunately, like a misunderstanding is going to happen. But I do think Ho-Jin is the right person for him. But I also am looking forward to Ho-Jin maybe having to confront his brother. And his brother, I don't know, he should go to jail. Put him in jail, y'all. Don't do that to me. Don't put my name on a piece of paper. Put 30 million, whatever the fuck. No, it wasn't 30 million. It was 300 million. Bitch, right? It was either 30 million for the debt or 300. It was a lot of fucking money because it's me. I can never get it together. I can't stand it like that, girl. You've got to get it together. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, boss bitch baby. You're good. I'm going to continue reading you. Dear Door, you are next. After that, I also pulled out My Bias is Showing. The reason why I pulled this, I know I bought this already, and I was going to plan to read it anyway, but somebody made a TikTok, and I haven't even taken out the plastic yet, but I saw somebody's TikTok where they were like, oh, I didn't know they got down like that in the first chapter. Obviously, I have to read it. But I still have got other stuff to read. We're still doing good. Yeah. So, yes, I will talk to you guys again later. I have to get up and feed myself really quick. Maybe not tonight because Devin and I are going to hang out tonight. Tonight is Thursday. Devin hasn't been feeling well. I didn't talk to you guys yesterday because Devin wasn't feeling well. I stayed with him. We watched all of Hijack. Girl, that show is good. And now season 2, another hijacking's happening. Oh my God. I can't get enough of it. I like this. So much so that Devin and I, we came up with a list of like, because in the show, somebody has to, like, they're basically around the bad people. And they're on the phone with someone who's like, are you okay? And he has to signal to the person who's on their way to him that actually things are not okay. And I was like, dude, we need to make a list, because what if that happens? Yeah. Everybody do that. And we had some good ones on there. So I don't know if I'm going to share them. Because you never know. You never know what to kidnap me. But yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, let me stop talking. Let me eat, because I'm feeling very famished and faint. Because I haven't eaten since, girl, what time is it? I haven't eaten since 12. I didn't mean to do that. Do y'all like that picture of me and Devie? That's from so long ago. Not too long ago. Not that long. But that was like 2018. Look at me, girl. Look at me. Damn. I love me. I can't help it. But anyway, I'm getting delirious. You see me? All right, let me shut the hell up now. I'll see y'all later. Hey, everybody. Okay, vlog's still going on, still chugging along. Today is Monday. It has been a great freaking day. I had my first live stream that I've like ever done on my own channel. I've been really lucky because I got to do live streams with two people that were really awesome. My first times on booktube, and it was Books with Bonnie and then Bizarre Individual. I had so much fun, and really, honestly, ever since I did the first one, I said I really want to do these more often, but I was super like self-conscious to do it myself, but then I was also then self-conscious to ask anybody to do it with me. So I did one today. It was kind of like, it wasn't exactly spur of the moment. I talked to my sister about it like 2 days ago, so a little spur of the moment, and we kind of just, you know, she agreed to do a live stream with me. It was really fun. Thanks everybody who decided to come through. I really, really appreciate it. And we had a lot of fun. I got a lot of reading done. I ended up reading a lot more from Dead in Gondola. It's getting really good. There's somebody missing, and my sister is quite a few chapters ahead of me, and we still don't know what happened to that person. So I'm really intrigued to see like what's going on with that person. I'm actually more excited to find out what happens with the person who's missing than the person figured out how the person died. Because like the thing is, the missing person could have something to do with that. They could have absolutely nothing to do with that, which would be very interesting. Would be like a, what's the term? A red herring? I'm gonna have to look that up. I just know I've heard that term before. So yeah, you're good. I also started and then finished after Firefly Wedding Volume 4. So, girl, did I just get this recently? I think I did. Right? I just had, you know what? I'm actually sitting here. Did I read the 3rd volume? Yes, I did. I did read the 3rd volume. Never mind, because he gets stabbed. That's right. But did I? Yes, I did. I'm gonna have to go back and look, because now I'm wondering, did I read the 3rd volume? Yeah, so we found out in this volume who put the hit out, if you would call it that, on Satoko from the beginning, and why she was kidnapped in the first place. We found out who it was. I won't give it away. I won't spoil it, even with the flashing hands. I think it's been too long since I've read the first volume, so I never was even, I actually have stopped thinking about that since I started this, which is really interesting. But, you know, the whole point is Satoko, she was kidnapped. She's the only daughter of the Kirigaya family, I believe. And she is frail. You know, she's more on the frail side, but she's the only daughter, and she has a good relationship with her father. She decided, you know what, I know that like I think that in her mind, because she is disabled, she feels like the only thing that she can offer is to get married. So, and I mean, as an only daughter, I mean, I think that sadly that is kind of the only thing that she can really do for the family. Obviously, I know she could do more, but you know what I'm saying. In the context of, you know, what's going on in the time period. So she decides, like, I'm going to make a good match and that'll be it. but somebody had a different plan for her and the family, and essentially they wanted to get her out of the way. And that is what brought her into the line of fire, if you will, with is it Shinpei or Shinpai? I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I apologize. But he is one of the assassins that take her. She makes a deal with him to marry him, and they get away. They end up on this island, which is very difficult to get off of. It's like a lawless island, but you can't just leave when you want to. It's kind of like the island that you would go to if you want to hide and you know that this is where you're going to hide out. So she works in a brothel that he has connections with, but she's not actually doing really anything in the brothel. She's experienced so much fucking crazy shit, but she's such a genuinely kind person that she really does like tend to sway people who maybe have some animosity towards her. She's used to feeling kind of picking up on the way people view her, right? And how people treat her. But she herself is such a genuine person. All in all, you know, she's agreed to marry him. He's a little psychotic. We kind of like that. What ends up happening in this one, though, I hate what he went and did, but you understand to a certain extent why he did it. And all of that to say, I'm really liking where the story's going. I don't know exactly how many volumes there are, but I went on StoryGraph and was like, you know, putting this on my currently reading and then putting the want to read for all the other volumes. And from what I could see, I saw up to, I think, volume 10 maybe. So I don't know if it's only 10 volumes or if it will be ongoing from that. But we've got a long way to go. And this is also going to be an anime. So that's really exciting. So once this drops, I would definitely be watching it. But that ended up being really good. I also read volume 2 of The Hitman Stands. This is so cute. I forgot about what happened at the very end of the first volume, but I really, really like their dynamic, and I like how this has a more and more of a story. So I don't know how long this series will be, but I'm enjoying the fact that it's not just following him liking her as an idol, and that's all we're seeing. One of my favorite, like, stories that have this dynamic is The Geek X Hitman. I really, really like that one. I love the fact that, you know, as that main character, you know, he decides to get out of the Hitman game altogether to just pursue his love for being an otaku and all this other stuff. And he's just trying to do this. He doesn't want to bother anybody, but his old, you know, Hitman Association starts sending people out to get him because, you know, you just can't simply leave. If you leave, you gotta die. Except those people who go out to put a hit on him end up, they enjoy him as a person so much, and then you find out, oh, they actually are kind of nerdy too. And that's really cute. So yeah, there's action in it, but I do think that this one is most like that versus the Yakuza's Bias. I think so. The Yakuza Bias, I liked that one for the most part, but it was more like wacky, like ways in which the, you know, Yakuza guy loves his idol. I really loved that one a lot, but it is different than this. But this one to me is more like the Geek X Hitman, which I love. That's one of my favorites. I like that we're seeing more of a background for him because it's the same dynamic as that one where he's no longer wanting to be a hitman versus the Yakuza Bias where he just stays a hitman and everybody, even like the main like Yakuza boss's wife has a bias. He is friends with the daughter of the Yakuza boss, and she's what get, so it's a little bit more wacky on that one, whereas this one, it does have its little wacky moments, but it's cool to see his background, and then we see her background too. So it's like we're really following two characters, and I really like that. But this was really fun. People want to get him back into the Hitman game, and then we find basically he has stands of his own. So just like he wants to support his idol and he wants her to be successful along with her group, these hitman want to support him and don't want to see him not being a hitman anymore. So that's funny and ridiculous. So excited. And then I finally made it past whatever freaking episode it would be when I was reading this online and finished like volume 1 of Dear Door. So I have started this 2 times before, reading it on TappyTune and then something else, I think. And maybe it was just TappyTune and I just kept, you know, I would start with the little like unlock every 72 hours or whatever, and then I just would stop because it was waiting too long in between. So I never made it past like what ends up happening on the rooftop, right? Finally made it past that. Ooh, very sexy. Very, very sexy dynamic going on here. And then kind of like the friend, what a crazy moment to find out he was going to be married to the friend's sister. That friend has always had a crush on him. So it was like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. I don't want anything to happen to that friend. I really, really don't. I mean, he's not the best person because of what he ends up having to, like, if you read it, you'll know. But he's not terrible either. You know, I mean, I can't fault him for having the thoughts and feelings that he has. As long as nothing else crazy is going to happen, I want him to be okay. But them, yeah. So I might be just going ahead and unlocking everything on Tappy Town so I can finish it. Yes, I will be buying them physically when they come out. I don't care. I will just do both because I could see myself rereading this. Also, very funny like reaction moments. I feel like I've seen a lot of people like on Twitter and stuff use screenshots from this. And I remember one in particular that I saw in the comment section. Like, very funny. But this is really interesting. I like it a lot. Devin's going to be home soon, and that's when we will finally unbox the Nana figure. We're going to do it yesterday. We didn't end up doing it. We're going to do it tonight when he gets home. I think I know where I am putting this, and this figure is big, so I'm going to have to measure first, but it looks like a shelf will have to be cleared, and you will see what it will be. I might show it in this video. I might show it in the next one because obviously I have to start a new one soon. This one just can't be like a never-ending 2-week vlog. But I'm so excited to show you guys a little bit later tonight. Right now it's like almost 7 o'clock. I'm not sure when Devin will be home, but I'm going to keep reading. I want to get on to some of the stuff that I got approved for on NetGalley. I also got a bunch of other stuff, which I'm not going to touch yet, but I definitely did not need to take those out. But, I mean, at least I've read, like, the stack that I had. I read all of Royal Tailor, and then the 3 manhwa that I wanted to read, and then some, because I think I read one more, Boss Bitch Baby. I didn't plan on reading that. I'd only had... It's just a dream, right? Dear Door. And just something else, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Either way, we're good. We're excited and we're going to keep reading, but we're almost done. So I'll talk to you guys again in a second. Hi! Devie, you coming too? So it is time to unbox my beautiful Nana figure. My assistant Devie is being so kind as to help me. Thank you, my prince.
You're welcome.
And I guess let's just get right to it. I don't know what's in what.
So first we just take
Everything out of
the
the box.
styrofoam. Yeah, take
Okay.
that one.
So, have you ever bought anything from We Are Anime Collectors before?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of my stuff was from We Are Anime Collectors,
Okay.
but after a couple situations, I probably won't buy some again.
Okay. But in your opinion, do you feel as though they typically are like packaged really well?
Yeah. The packaging is done well. The shipping is done well. There was a couple times that they forgot to ship me an order, and I had to reach out. And there was one time there was a faulty resin from...
Oh, actually, this is the base.
Yeah, that's the first.
My bad.
It'll make it easier because then we can take that
can't
apart and then start putting them in here.
So we've got some stuff in here.
Wait, that Boa Hancock one I got, it was ruined from the studio, but all they did was refund me like $15, which was nothing.
What?
So
Fuckers. Alrighty, so we have tested it, and it will be fitting on the shelf that I need. And Devin said 3 AAA.
3 AAA, yes.
Are those the skinny ones?
Yes, the small one. This isn't a huge deal, but they have this felt here. And this happened to a few of mine where they stuff it in the styrofoam. They peel this up. So this is loose. So depending on where this goes, I guess this goes on the front or something. It probably won't be seen. So we'll leave that right there. And we want to be very careful to make sure we get anything that's in. Sometimes there's stuff like
little tiny pieces.
Let's go check this out. There's the staircase. I don't see any damage or anything. It's just very dusty. Who knows how long this is. And you can see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is semi-normal depending upon the studio. Some of this is handmade, so it's going to be, might not be perfect. Make sure nothing's broke, no cracks. Good. And all these little pieces are mostly magnetic. And you'll see a magnet. Magnet.
All right, so we have started the build process. I'm letting my engineer work his magic.
All these are different shapes. So you just gotta find the one that fits. And this is also a big magnet.
Oh wow, really?
So if you wanna feel it, like kind of set it on there, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. Take it from your hand too.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's cool.
And there's two masters. That's the tall one, so this one should go here.
And the tiny one's in the back.
And this looks like it goes right here. And then we'll lift this up. So that goes like that. And this is the taller one, which goes right here. And there you go. So those are locked in place. And I basically just have to look at all the different shapes and sizes and kind of figure out, like that's a bigger one, so that probably is the one that goes there. Or on the other side. Yep, just like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everyone's going to be magnetic on that.
So this one would be here.
Yep, and then you can look for the right angle.
You do it, sorry.
See, it's the right angle. So it goes like that.
Nice, okay.
And yeah, we're just going to do this for a minute because this is going to take a while.
Okay, we have the next step to go. I think that's the bottom, right?
This is the real.
Oh, no, yeah.
So this should go on the far side, which is the long side.
Also, look at all the amazing Legos that Devin and I put together, mostly Devin.
I'll turn this. There you go. Like a glove. They probably make this plastic just to make it easier to kind of conform, because it would have been a bit of a pain in that, but get in there. And then we have this other piece, which is the short side. And we've got a point right here. And then there's a few points right here as well, these little small ones.
Oh, I see now. You're right.
So the question is, it's going to go up like this. There's the other one that goes right there. Let's go on the inside or outside. Let's go on the outside, just like that side. So we've got that little one right there. I'm actually going to take that right there.
Stuck my feet. Right. So we're going to put Nana on next. And Devin suggested putting faces on last. Oh, and I see her hand fits there. Okay, cool. Nice. Right.
Yeah, because like if you put his head on first, it might have made it difficult to put her on there.
You're right.
And he faces back.
Was it that bad? I guess so.
Yep.
And then he's just like this.
Yeah, nothing lays on him, so you can probably go ahead and put his hand and head on and then put him down.
Okay.
But the heads and everything should just kind of fall right into place.
That's so cool. I can see the magnet in there. Oh, that's what I... Oh, it's the wrong head, Connie. No wonder.
And you should have feet prints where they...
Yeah, okay, yeah, I feel that. Girl, did you hear that thump? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Let me get that part. I'm just doing it at the wrong angle. Okay, scooching her closer. You might need to get that one. Was it like a long neck? Okay.
One punch man here.
I know. Maybe you will have a better angle for her. I can't get the thing in the hole.
Well, I got you there.
Now don't get smart and sweet.
Because she almost looks like she's looking down. There's the right angle. She does have this little necklace, so you gotta kind of...
Mm. Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and the light post might be on the bottom half.
Yeah, so the rest of it should be underneath here.
Okay. Cool.
The sides and the back and everything.
And the gloves. I think the gloves are in there.
Oh, I never use these because all they do is they grab all these little tiny things. For me, at least. Oh.
Cool. And we already put batteries in this, so... Does it twist in it?
It's hard to tell. It did look a little janky. Like the hole was a little like...
I thought it was to be a magnet.
No, it like... You might have to play with that.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, the hole looked very rough. Like it didn't cut it very well. And anytime they have a plug like that, that's kind of how it... That's kind of how it turns out. Because they don't really finish the... They don't do it well enough, in my opinion. Find the right angle. Right angle's on this side. So it should...
Oh, there's the button. Whoa! Wow. Whoa. Wow. Hell yeah. Pause here. All right, we are in the office now. Basically, putting this mother chucker together. Ooh, do you think I need to help you with that, or is it going to stay still when you put the top on?
Oh, should be fine.
Oh. Alrighty, here we are. Ooh, turn the Govee light off first before you do the top light. Okay. Yay! Let me get around you.
Yeah.
Looking so awesome. Wow. The only thing that we lost along the way is the cigarette that goes in his mouth, but it's so small and it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, oh my gosh. And then this is a door. It actually swings out. That's crazy. Oh. How would you, what would you rate this on a scale of difficulty putting together?
Oh, not too bad. Just has a lot of... You definitely need a little help putting this one because of the door.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to stabilize it while you're putting together. Very much set it on top and have to push all the pieces in.
Yeah, and that would be a bitch if you broke that little piece or bent it in any way.
Yeah, which that one should be fine, but not terrible.
Yeah. Thanks, Devie.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it around in a second and end this mother chucker after but actually I'm going to clean up with you first. So we're about to end it in a second. Actually, surprise, I did not, I didn't film an outro last night. I don't know what happened. So here's the outro, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had so much fun. I appreciate it. And I know that I kind of mentioned it before, but seriously, thank you everybody for coming to the live stream. I had so much fun. Thank you to my sister who participated with me. I really appreciate and love you as usual. You know I love my sister so much. Simply so much do I love my sister. So thanks, Tiffany. Yeah. I appreciate it. I really am thankful that you guys hung out with me and my sister. We had a nice conversation, and yes, we will be doing it more in the year of 2026, because why not? It ended up being so successful. I need to stop being so hard on myself. So that means we're actually going to get the damn thing done again, multiple times, and with other people too. So anyway, thanks you guys. I really appreciate it. And so thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.